Kia ora, this is Arun Jacob, your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor, coming live from Hamilton in New Zealand. I was just now doing a live session, and then unfortunately, I think there was some problem with the internet connection, and it just went blank. But I'm back on air, doing a live session both on our YouTube page, on our YouTube channel, as well as on our Facebook page. The Facebook page is called facebook.com/NZ Immigration Advisor. So those of you watching this on YouTube, please shift yourself onto Facebook so that I can do all the question and answer sessions there. And if you are not on Facebook and you're only on YouTube, please share your number after your question so that we can also connect with you once the session is over. Well, as always, I'm going to start by showing you my license. That is my immigration advisor's license given to me by the government of New Zealand, for which I had to. That's also another copy of my license there on the wall. So this license I acquired after doing a course in New Zealand immigration advice, and then I had to go through police clearances and some other processes before I was given a license by the Immigration Advisors Authority of New Zealand. So what it means is it allows me to be able to talk to people like all of you who are interested to move to New Zealand and share my knowledge and information about how we can make this possible. For the last 16 years, I've been in this industry. It's been very fulfilling because for me, it's not only dealing with intelligent, smart, young people like yourself, but also helping New Zealand to grow as a country. It's now my country. This is where I live. This is where my kids are growing up. And it is my responsibility to make sure that we are attracting good talent into this country and make it a better place. For all those of you who seek to come to New Zealand, you get a wonderful country to live in. It's beautiful, safe, secure, welcoming, equal. It's got opportunities. Everything is happening. So good makes a country a beautiful country that needs talent and lots of good talent like all of you who are out there who want to come to New Zealand, and people like myself and my wonderful team. We're almost 30 people now. In different locations. We are present in New Zealand, we are present in India, and we are present in Dubai as well. So we are able to speak to a lot of you, and we are able to provide you with this information and services. So before I go further, I wanted to tell you, for all students who are planning to come to New Zealand to study, if you're coming through AJV, we are planning to provide you with a free post-study work visa open process after completion of your course. It's not a terribly big process or very complex process, but you still need professional help, and because I'm a licensed immigration advisor, I will be able to help you guys with getting your post-study work visa open in a professional manner, so you don't have to stress thinking, how do I get that after I complete my course? It's going to be offered free of cost from AJV. We will not charge any money from you for that. Of course, you need to pay the Immigration New Zealand fees, which is not too much, and not only will we provide you with a free post-study work visa process, we will also engage with you one-to-one, have a one-to-one counseling session, and tell you what you need to do after your course, what kind of jobs you need to look for, which will be related to your course, what positions you need to look for, what salaries you need to look for, which cities to look for those opportunities. And we will also network you with some of our old students and also provide you with a template for a CV and cover letter, and try and maximize the success quotient for you guys. As I keep saying, the real story for challenges for an international student starts after you land in New Zealand. So if you're working with a company that only help you to get an admission and visa in your country, and after you land here and you don't have anybody to speak to, it is very difficult, guys. And you require a lot of professional guidance and advice, and which is where I think at AGV we are becoming very good at it, because what we're doing is we are not just getting you your admission and visa and then saying, bye-bye, that's it. No, we're actually continuing that journey with you, and we're kind of helping you at each and every step. In fact, just before I started this live session, I was speaking to one of our students called Nikhil from Christchurch, finished his course, got his post-study work visa, and wanted to talk to me and say, what are the positions I should look for? Which are the areas I should look for? So we had a good long chat, and there's complete clarity in the minds of all you young people. So if you're serious about success in New Zealand, you need to work with a company like AJV that is present in New Zealand, which has got the expertise to offer you good advice. More importantly, there are as a licensed immigration advisor who can help you with further visa processes. Another senior member of our team is also about to get her license, and I think we're going to be at least three licensed advisors in the next 3 to 4 months time. So there'll be a lot of professional team to help and guide you with each and every step. So yeah, so if you guys are serious, you must speak to a good company like HAV, and we are here to assist you, and always with a big smile on our face. We're very friendly, we're very informal, and we also work to your timings. Most of my work, by the way, so look at it, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening in New Zealand, but I sit up and work till late into the night, and so we also are adjusting ourselves to work with to our clients' convenience, because most of them are either studying or working throughout the day, and they're free only in the evening. So we connect with them after work. So we're making it very easy for you guys as well. So despite all these advantages, if you still want to choose to work with somebody else, well, best of luck. But I think you really are missing out on a really good opportunity. So do consider working with AGV. So anyway, coming back to our questions, there are a few people have joined, and as always, my team will always be also be assisting me through Skype. So they will be posting some messages for me. So I also have Skype running on my phone. So I'll keep when I keep looking down, I'm looking at that Skype screen, because my team in from different parts of the world is also giving me some input. So okay, so together, and that's what it is. This company is not just me. This company is about 30 of us. We are solid, strong professionals, and we are all there to help you. Right. Okay. First question from Mohammed Naveed. Mm, Dear Jacob, I asked this in last session, but I did not get a clear answer. A Kiwi is offering me a job without asking any money in private security sector as a security officer job. Is it possible? I have almost 4 years experience in security. Please advise, can I get visa on security officer job? Most likely not, Mohammed, because there are enough security officers in New Zealand, and security officers do not come into any skill shortage areas in New Zealand, and because of that, there is no need for immigration New Zealand to give you a visa, because there is no need. Instead, if you are, let's say, an IT professional like a business analyst or a programmer, or a project manager, and so there is something called long-term skill shortage list. There is something called immediate skill shortage list. So security officers, to the best of my knowledge, do not feature in any of them. In fact, it will not even be called a very high level of occupation, as per something called ANSCO, which is Australia New Zealand standard classification of occupations. So I don't think you will be getting a visa. So I don't think you should consider going any further and wasting your time, money, and effort. Okay. Vaibhav Sharma asks, uh, uh, and Mohammed, my team says that you're already working with, before I go to Vaibhav, my team says that you're also working with one of us, and checking out the study option as well. So that is a better way of doing it, because trying to get directly a job is almost impossible, especially as a security guard and things like that, security officer, it's not going to work out for you. So the other option is come to New Zealand as an international student, be here, do a course at the right level, finish that course, get the post-study work visa. So you'll have 1+1, 2 whole years to be here, network yourself, understand the way this system works, this country works, and then be able to progress into work. So that's a much more defined pathway, Mohammed. So I would not recommend that you waste your time with that other company which is offering you a job, because maybe they are also not aware of the visa rules, where so I don't know why they are giving it to you when there's so many security officers already available in New Zealand. So I think your other option which you're choosing, which is to work through the study pathway, I think makes more sense. Vaibhav Sharma asks, what is a good course after BCom done in India and continue study in New Zealand? Now, Vaibhav, obviously, BCom comes under business, so ideally it will be good for you to continue in business studies if that is your interest. But it's a very interesting question and a bigger perspective, because sometimes after finishing 3 years of BCom, you might realize that your real interest was in something else. I've had students in the past who have completed BCom or BSc and came to us and said, "Hey, look, my real interest is actually chefing, or my real interest is actually 3D animation, or my real interest is filmmaking or something else." So you'll need to figure out what is your real interest. If your interest is to continue in the business BCom side of things, then yeah, absolutely, there will be courses available for you. It could be depending on what IELTS score you get. That course could also be graduate diploma level 7, or a postgraduate diploma level 8, or a master's level 9, so on and so forth. So various options would be there, Vaibhav. But most important, first need to decide what is your core interest area and stick to that. Talk to us about it, and then we'll put all those ideas in front of you. And don't worry if your real interest is something very vague and not related to BCom. Doesn't matter. Speak to us, because, like I said, we've had people like that in the past, who did BSc but wanted to become 3D animators, or did IT but wanted to get into business. So that cross movement can occur, but only when a good advisor like AJV also assesses and says, okay, yeah, there's a possibility, because it's not only getting the admission, you also need to get a visa. And for that, we need to assess to see whether the interest is genuine, whether we can prove that there is a strong logical reason for you to move from BCom to something else. So that's the kind of things that we would like to talk to you about. So please connect with our team, Vaibhav. My team, by the way, confirms, Vaibhav, that you're already working with us. So thank you so much for that. As always, it's great to. I always appreciate when people choose AJV, when you have so much of choice, and that, and I think it's a smart choice, because we'll continue to advise just the same way, not only now while you're still in your country, but even after you reach New Zealand as well. So yeah, good choice, Vaibhav. Smart young man. Lots of people saying hello to everybody. Okay, Jewel Benichan from YouTube asks, hello, sir. I would like to know which course should I study for PG diploma in New Zealand. I have completed my IF graduation, BCom. Kindly waiting for your response. I have got 65% mark in BCom. Please do respond. Yeah, of course, Jewel. Of course, I'll respond. The reason I go live is to be able to respond to all these queries. But because since you're asking from YouTube, please leave your number for us to be able to contact Jewel, or connect with us on Facebook through inbox. You can connect with me directly and we'll pick it up. Same answer as what I've just told to the previous question, which is Vaibhav, and that is, you would like to know which course should I study for PG diploma in New Zealand. Because you already have a background in BCom, Joel, the most obvious choice would be to continue to do a business course, and possibly because now we're going for a PG level, you can decide, because BCom, I'm, by the way, a BCom honors graduate myself, and next to that is my certificate. It's not visible in this frame, but it is actually sitting there on the wall next to that. And I remember my BCom honors there. We cover a lot of ground in BCom. We do corporate law, we do mercantile law, we do accounting, we do secretarial practice, we do so many different things. So uh, after we complete BCom, it's a good opportunity to specialize in something. You might really want to specialize and be only into accounting, or you might want to only be in human resources, or you might want to only get into administration. So you could do that. And the other option is, you may not want to specialize. You might want to come and do another generic postgraduate diploma course, which is what I have also recommend in many instances, because instead of putting yourself into one defined path, if you can come and do a more generic kind of a course, which has got papers in all these areas like HR, marketing, sales, administration, finance, and everything, the chances of picking up a job in either one of those areas also goes up. So that is my suggestion. Joel, my team says you're not working with us still yet at the moment, so I would strongly recommend and urge that you connect with us so that we can continue to speak to you. Of course, in this live chat, I can only answer in a few minutes, but we would like to speak to you more intimately and spend a lot more time. The New Zealand government experimented in removing the IELTS requirement.